Welcome back to Gamify This, the podcast game show featuring the artist, Samuel, the gamer, Sean, the nerd, Puzzle. Join us as we compete to come up with the best gamified solutions to our daily experiences in Gamify This. Okay, well, Samuel, I guess 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome back to Gamify This, the podcast game show where Sean doesn't know what's going on.
This is true. Hang on, if this is Christmas, I'll switch my lights to green. Oh my gosh, my face is horrible. I'm gonna switch back to red. Now I look way too red.
This is a game show. This is a podcast. You already heard the intro, but I'm going to say it again. This is a show where one person wins in a competition, and they then host the next episode. The way that it happens, I won the last episode, so I'm hosting this episode. I will be giving these two lovely people, one of them's a lovely person, the other one's boring, points for how gamified they are. They are getting measured on the Gamify metric scale, and they are going to see how much of a gamer they are. But that's not the kind of gaming we're talking about here. We're talking about real-life applications.
Oh, yeah.
So, gentlemen, before I introduce the topic of discussion today, is there anything you'd like to get off your chest? Just out of the way.
I was having a sleepover, and Puzzle was babysitting Captain. And Captain's actually developed a good habit of savoring his food. It took a long time to get here, but he's not just shoveling his food down really quickly. He's actually taking his time and eating it. I just told Puzzle, leave Captain alone. I trust him. You can just close the door. It won't be a big problem. He might tear something up, but he's been getting better about that. Anyway, he ate my bed. He chewed through the foam. And
there are big chunks.
I don't have a bed anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that side of the bed anymore.
Yeah.
So
I lost my entire Friday afternoon that evening. I lost my entire Friday evening that evening. So that's it wasn't a great evening for me either.
What happened?
Well, I got home from work on time. Everyone was out of the gym by closing time, which is unnormal. So I got home by 9:30. And then I spent from 9:30 till 11:45 trying to handle both dogs. Sean, how about you? Samuel said his thing, I said my thing, which the host normally doesn't do that. So I gave myself the luxury of being the first host to have problems.
So, I started telling my boss that it is gonna be the last week I work, and he acted so surprised, what? You can't leave me? It was really frustrating because I've been telling him that I'm leaving.
Oh, I don't know. That's just he did that to me too. He's like, "Oh, you can't. What? You can't be done already."
He wants you to know that you've been appreciated.
It just makes me feel so bad, and it's unfair to me that I feel so bad. So it's making me mad.
You were prepared. You prepared him. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I know that you've already told yourself that, but here I am telling you it. It's not a big deal.
Actually, I hadn't told myself about that yet.
None of this conversation has been important right now.
You're right. None of this is important. Our lives don't matter. Samuel, -2 points.
Oh, darn it.
That was unnecessary. Step down. I'm the host. Now that we have everything off our chest and everything is evened out, everyone...
I'm making an artwork trying to storyboard the living room. That's the couch.
Well, I'll see that in editing. Are you guys ready for the topic?
Yeah.
So for everyone if this is your first episode watching, that's Sean, and that's Samuel. And I'm Puzzle.
Uh-huh.
Alright, this is a podcast. This is also a game show. I'm going to be giving a topic. You guys are going to be competing to see who can suck up to me the best, but also be the best person at gamifying your life. And today's podcast topic,
Gamify suck-upping.
Do you want negative points, Sean?
Not necessarily.
Do you want negative points?
Trust me, he will give them.
Would you like me to take the points that you don't have away from you?
Okay.
Plus 3 points to Sean for being willing to be subdued to the confines of our systems here.
Oh, Christmas themed because Christmas
Everyone,
in July.
Look at me.
Oh.
Gamify This. Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh.
And all prerequisite points are erased. You both have a clean slate, 0 points. The points before this did not matter. Before you guys write stuff, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
I have a different system today for you guys. This is going to be another cooperative game. Can you guys say that with me? Cooperative game. There we go. Very good, class. So, we're going to gamify Thanksgiving dinner. And the way things are going to work today, I haven't fully figured out, but I'm working on it. Because, okay, think about this. Thanksgiving, you're working together to have the perfect meal. You're working together to have the perfect day. It is a cooperative game, really. Making the food, playing the games, going back and forth between hanging out with family and making the food, making sure everything's ready on time. I want you guys, in this first round, together discuss out loud a system for gamifying, for making your meals for Thanksgiving dinner. I want you to work together on it, and then I want one of you to present it. But I'm going to be awarding points as you discuss, as a silent spectator, and see who comes up with the most original ideas. Round 1 is preparing the food. Working together in the kitchen. Too many cooks in the kitchen. How is this going to work?
So I'm wondering, Sean, will we be in like our individual homes and like we're coming to one place and we're having to communicate with each other from where we are? Or are we going to be in the kitchen at the place where this is going to be?
Good question. I think we should be in different places.
Oh, different places. Okay. And are we like messaging each other? What?
Actually,
I guess we have to contribute.
I don't know if that was a good.
We're going with it.
Okay.
I'm making some food. You're making other food. We're making all the food. I guess this is for a Thanksgiving dinner between you and me and Puzzle. Or is this for like a family Thanksgiving dinner? And how about this is a big family Thanksgiving dinner, but you and I are bringing the 2 most important dishes.
The turkey and the pumpkin pie.
So the most important dishes are actually the green beans and the berries. The cranberries.
The cranberry sauce.
Sean's making cranberry sauce, and I'm making green beans, and we are going to have to make it even better than what the other people bring. We are going to prove that the green beans and the cranberry sauce are the big dish by what we contribute.
Making the ordinary
Sean,
extraordinary.
That's right.
Okay.
So Sean and I, Sean's working on these cranberries from his home, and I'm communicating with him, trying to make sure he is looking up the very best recipes and putting a twist on them.
Vet the recipes, like review each other's recipes from across, and like we're on a call together while we're doing this, so that we can like ask questions to each other.
I think we'd just be texting each other because our hands will be full. We won't really want to be holding the thing up to our ear. And it's probably going to cover the course of a bit of time, right?
Do keep in mind, while I do like outlandish things, and that does earn you points, I do want you to remember that we are trying to help people, average people, their day-to-day life, and not many people are going to grab plane tickets and fly around the world just for Thanksgiving dinner.
No cross-continental thing. We don't need to worry about that. But marking out the best shopping center to get the right recipes, and also know Thanksgiving, it's very, very difficult to get ingredients. So you might have to go to the unexpected places. What are you going to do? Are you going to pick the cranberries yourself?
Gamify ascertainment. So we gamify getting the stuff, and then we also gamify making the stuff.
But we have to come up with the right recipe too.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're trying to make a point, like other Thanksgiving recipes, like they're thinking about cranberry sauce as the side dish. We have to come up with your cranberry sauce as the ultimate dish.
kind of like every year, I strive to make the Brussels sprouts be one of the most tasty and addictive things at the table.
And they always are.
One year, I made Brussels sprouts with bacon and cranberries and almonds, and it was like super fresh, but also like fatty at the same time, and it gave you serious farts. It was the best dish.
Yeah, we were
Nice.
farting for days. And that's a really good experience when Thanksgiving dinner is affecting you days later.
All right, you guys have 1 minute left, by the way.
So in this
So-
last thing, presentation,
Okay.
I think that
I think we should give each other dress ups, like I'm in charge of your, like, placing your green bean casserole and like talking to people about it, and you're in charge of like decorating the cranberry sauce and stuff like that, so that, because that way usually we know the good stuff about each other's items and we're not so happy about our own. So I can be like, hey, that's just the right amount of saltiness in that green bean casserole, and but you wouldn't know that because you made it. So we're overcritical of ourselves. So if we're in charge of doing each other's advertisement and placement and decoration, I think that would help both of the dishes like be better, because
so it's like we're judging each other's dish after we've, like, my hands are off. We are giving the presentation based on what we have, and you can't really do, maybe you can do a little rebuttal.
All right, now that you guys have your game solidly, I'm going to let you know Samuel was a very good leader through that discussion and had a lot of original ideas. So far, he got more points that round. Sean, in an
Yes.
effort to redeem points, can you please give me a summary, beginning to end, of how you would gamify preparing Thanksgiving dinner?
preparing Thanksgiving dinner is a very good family gathering of everyone in the States. It's okay, hang on. Thanksgiving dinner is very nice, and preparing it is just as nicer. Now, as you are preparing it, you need to take several things into account, such as what dish you are preparing, what is going on at your gathering, and responsibilities. If you are in charge of one dish, you are in charge of researching the best everything that can go in that dish and making it as best as you can possibly best it. Then you research, you make sure you've done all the right stuff, and in researching you can do stuff like experimentation, Google, read, watch videos, like ask people. There's several different ways you can research. Then you've made a recipe. Then you're going to go buy all these ingredients. And the hard part about this is finding where they are, because during Thanksgiving there is very little limited resources. There are limited resources during Thanksgiving. So you must gamify finding where to get your stuff. And you need to get your stuff within the right periods of time. Like if you're building a turkey, like, hang on. If you're making green bean casserole, you want to have everything as fresh as possible. So you buy your onion crisps and your green beans very close to each other in time, and then the closer you build it, the better it is to time. So you don't want your onion crisps to rot, and you don't want your green beans to get stale in the refrigerator.
I'm just going to let you know, you started off pretty strong, but you did the thing that you always do where it gets really rambly and I'm just lost.
That's okay. You can be
So
lost.
so far I've gathered that it's Thanksgiving time. You want your dish to be the best, so you research.
Well, there's
now you're doing what?
Yes, making a better best.
Okay.
Samuel,
Well,
this
So-
is Sean's chance.
I wanted to tell you, what I understood that you missed is that time is of the essence, not just because you're trying to be quick, but because for freshness.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. I got the fresh part. Got to be fresh.
You get fresh points.
Uniqueness in your dish also grants you an additional chance to be best, because people like to see unique things. People like it when there's like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that particular cranberry sauce before. Where did we get those cranberries? I think that came from the wilderness. Oh my gosh, people love that. You have to make things right. You have to get your proportions correct, and if you think of each step on your recipe as a little challenge, the puzzles are fitting those things together, like translating that from the recipe into the actual doing. Like, what the heck? Michael, what did you just eat baking soda? Oh, that's a bad idea.
I was like pretty well tracking, and then Sean's like, and then your reaction is, what the heck? And I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm listening.
You've made the dish. Now comes execution. Wait. Yes. No. Advertisement. Now this can go anywhere from like putting some nice leaves around the dish to putting a maraschino cherry on top of it, or creating a nice atmosphere in the room that complements what the dish looks like. It can go all over the place, causing people's eyes to go to that and the attention. That's good because it creates anticipation, which makes it better. Then the last step is to enjoy it with your family and friends.
I'm awake.
Yeah. You guys are gonna need to work better together. Alright? You're trying to make this as close a game as possible. And it's clear that Sean had no idea what he was talking about any of that time.
The thing is, Michael, we created a game with specifics, and you asked me, how do you prepare Thanksgiving dinner? So I felt like I needed to make it more general.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't sure if you just wanted, if this was a separate game.
What you were preparing sounded like what Sean was presenting until he just started using a lot of words. Oftentimes, Sean, the presentation should be shorter than the preparation. I like short and sweet when it comes to presentation. Otherwise, you'll lose me and probably the audience. So that's just something to keep in mind. However, I was being critical because I want you to improve, but it wasn't all bad.
You actually won a lot of points through your presentation. Proud.
He won some points from the presentation.
You won lots of points through your presentation.
He has at least a positive amount of points right now.
Yeah.
The points.
So naturally, it is July as of recording this episode. It's probably going to be August when it's released, but it's July as of recording this episode. We are wearing Christmassy things. Clearly, Christmas, July. We were just talking about Thanksgiving. Round 2. Can you guys guess what it is?
New Year's.
Christmas.
Round 2.
Oh, it's Christmas.
No. Round 2 is preparing your best Halloween costume.
Naturally, Halloween comes out.
Naturally, round 2. Preparing the best Halloween costume. Now, this is going to be in the context that you are an adult and you're going to an adult Halloween party. You're not a child going trick-or-treating. You're not a parent waiting at home for people to come on. You're
it's going to be a very gnarly, very crass, very...
No. I'm just saying... I am simply saying...
That's exactly what I started thinking.
I'm simply saying it's not a child's costume for trick-or-treating, and it's not a parent's boring costume for the trick-or-treaters. This is something that you want to impress your friends with.
At an impressive party.
This is going to be another cooperative round like last round.
We're going to this party.
In this round, you are the same person.
What? Michael, what is you thinking?
Not sure. If you guys come up with something good, I'm going to award a lot of points.
My name is Bill now, and Sean and I are one and the same. So, what is my Halloween costume going to be?
Okay, so we need to figure out what kind of party it's going to be. Like, if there's a theme to the party, that would play into it.
Yes, monsters, ghosts, death, generally death.
Remember, you're trying to come up with a system that someone can use in any context, not coming up with a context and then a system for that.
Right.
Okay.
We're trying to go to a Halloween party.
I think we should build into the system taking the context into account. That way, everybody can use it as that's the first step is context.
What are we gonna do a costume of? This could be something very, very interesting. Protein Man!
Oh, yes.
But like with moving parts and mechanics and like we'd have to order stuff and buy stuff, and I like to have some mechanical moving part on it that like no one else would have thought of but me.
I think we should add a budget.
No!
One of the steps could also... Is this a good idea,
No,
Samuel?
it's not, because I become too confined to that thinking. The sky's the limit as far as the budget is concerned.
Okay, so no budget.
The most expensive thing, individual thing, like there's no limit to the individual parts we can get, but as far as individual parts, we're not gonna buy part of the Eiffel Tower or something like that.
Mm-hmm. We need to decide.
We are creating a Frankenstein monster situation here.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple different parts. It's gotta be impressive. I want to be able to lift the top of my head and look like I got a big brain.
So mechanical, lots of bells and whistles.
A realistic top of my head that's bigger than my head.
So Michael wants us to come up with a system for everybody to use.
Yeah, generally. The way we go about doing this needs to help other people. It has to be doable. Like, we have to give an example to give them the idea.
Okay.
So, we're creating something. My first idea is, I'm kind of married to this idea of being able to lift the top of my head and have a giant fake brain there.
I really like the idea of being like Hiccup Haddock.
But let's go somewhere else. So something on top of my head, but that looks like it's my head. So
The man in the yellow hat.
No, Protein Man.
Oh.
So we could have like eyes and stuff that I'm actually seeing through in a sort of what's a submarine
Like a
periscope sort of way. I could see where I'm going and stuff. But maybe this whole one person is two people thing, this could be a cooperative costume.
Like I'm in the costume with you?
Yeah.
You're curled up. You're curled up like in an O. Like
No, nobody's in the O.
As
O
the head.
is on top of my head, but my head has to look like the neck and shoulders and the cape. But there's all these eyes and moving mouths and stuff. So,
Samuel, should we make one big costume that can fit both of us like a tank?
what kind of periscope would be able to see through multiple eyes on top, though, rather than just one area? Is that doable? Would we be able to do that with like multiple mirror? Would we be able to get like lots of little mirrors and put them inside the hat?
We might need like a bunch of periscopes. So what if we make like a section where your head can like turn
Or
and look at a
maybe
bunch of
that's
different periscopes?
Yeah, maybe that's the cooperative thing. You're looking through it and I'm looking through it, and you see some things and I see some things.
You have 1 minute left, just so you know.
So I can see a wide range in front of me and you can see a wide range behind me or something.
Yeah.
I just want to interject real quick. You guys are making a system for people to follow, not how to make this one specific costume.
So there's a system. We
Oh, shoot.
decide on the mechanic. I want there to be a mechanic and decide how that mechanic's gonna work. Second thing, we need to make it look like he's wearing one uniform suit, but it's a uniform suit that doesn't already exist in the real world. So we'd have to go thrifting for that bit. Like if the pants and the shirt were green, I don't remember what his pants and shirt, but it's like one piece, we'd have to find matching
I think
color.
it should be a game like Crossout where you're like building in a garage.
Samuel, you made less points that round.
He kept
So
trying
would
to
you like-
change what it was that we were making a costume for.
Who did?
What?
He's like, oh, I want it to be Hiccup Haddock.
I thought this was an open and awesome environment.
It is for friendly competition.
Oh, I love you, Samuel. I love you, Michael.
I
We're
love
all
you,
okay.
Puzzle. Puzzle, we love you very much. We love you incredibly, Puzzle. You are like the best. He's devolving into an old man. Evolving?
Samuel, I'm giving you 2 minutes to present your game that everyone can use, including the people who don't want to be Protein Man for Halloween.
That's right. But here's the thing. Your costume has to include a mechanic. Your costume has to include something cooperative so you can share this costume with somebody else, where you both have to work together inside this costume. And your costume has to include an article of clothing or an overall suit that doesn't already exist in the real world, but based on your inventiveness, go thrifting and find the pieces you need to put the clothing part of the costume together. So 3 things: a mechanic, something cooperative, and clothing. And then a 4th thing you can add on there is decorate that clothing. Like, I'd like to create some sort of lightning bolt. Whatever is most important, start with that and then add on the other stuff. Most important, have the mechanic working. Second importance, have clothes that match the costume. And then add something onto it. Last thing, add another mechanic. Like, make the lightning bolt light up if you want to by adding a light inside of it.
So now I can understand, backtracking, that you were trying to give the general picture
Of a system.
through your specific
Exactly.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, for this last round, I want you guys to verbally try to focus on the broader picture so that it's a little more easily applicable. So,
I'm not
as you
ready
can
for
see,
anything.
logically, it's July. We're wearing Christmas outfits. We talked about Thanksgiving. We talked about Halloween. So naturally, this final round
Second,
will be
Shh.
the 4th of July.
That's right at that. Okay.
Okay, so specifically, not everyone has a 4th of July to celebrate. Not everyone has access to explosives, especially those not in the US.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how we have explosives here. You can be 11 years old running around with the equivalent to death. I don't know how to word this quickly. I'm just going to be completely honest. I want you to gamify those kinds of holidays that are political holidays that could be, you know, they're a family time, but also not everyone likes them, etc. You know, different countries have their own versions. They're always about heritage. They're about history.
I call it Freedom Day, when you
Yeah.
celebrate the freedom from tyranny that your country has, or freedom
Yeah, your
from
country or your culture.
some harsh ruler.
Yeah, because America in general has 4th of July. There's also Juneteenth. There's also different countries' holidays. But I want you guys to, with the idea of the 4th of July, because that's what applies to us the most, gamify that holiday in the context of you with a mix of people. How to create an enjoyable atmosphere that is not controversial,
Ooh.
but only positive.
Celebrate summer together with all the summer activity stuff. Each part of the flag represents something. Some of it represents some people and some of it represents other people. It's all inclusive. The white part somewhat represents all the different stars on the flag, which have to do with the people coming together from different countries. So we should have representation of each of those different countries if those people are there and agree to it.
That's really interesting because that's the opposite approach that I was going to propose, where we just get together and have pizza and play games and don't talk about anything.
That is a way to avoid controversy, is not addressing it.
What about talking about it? So, like, specifically ask them before the party about stuff about them and stuff you'd like them that they could bring, like, for it. Like Thanksgiving dinner, we bring different dishes and we bring them together and we eat them together. These people who have their own stories and stuff, bring it in. Let's celebrate it. Let's celebrate your story. Let's celebrate it together because we're coming together. What's something like non-specific to the country that you are like to celebrate, that you'd like to theme and celebrate, Sean?
I mean, I really like my family and my friends.
Let's blow those up.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Let's do it. So, in my case, we just honestly, I'd just like to get together and have food and like play games.
One that I like whenever the three of us are together at a 4th of July or other summer party, we play playlists composed of songs that we together enjoy over the summer. Like there's stuff I individually enjoy over the summer, and there's stuff Sean individually enjoys over the summer, and there's stuff Puzzle individually enjoys over the summer that we don't necessarily share an interest in. But when the three of us are together and it's summertime, we have a summer playlist of those songs that are important to each of us together. This makes me think of all of these people at once, and the times that we're together. This is what this feels like.
Like create an atmosphere specific to this meld of people.
We're creating a melding atmosphere.
So what I'm getting it from Sean is, for Sean, food is the ultimate peacemaker, and for Samuel, music is what ties
music and explosions
together.
Explosions bring people together. Even if it's just
blow those up.
Michael, I don't think that's the case with the food. What I'm trying to say is that I really like quality time with people. And I feel like if we trust people and we respect people, it can be okay to have, and good to have those conversations.
Yeah.
Going deep into what we believe. But I think it's also can be very scary for a lot of people, because we don't always know exactly what we believe and why we believe. We all resonate with that. I don't want to make somebody else uncomfortable with me, like, talking about, like, how I believe one way about my country. I mean, I feel strongly about my country, but I don't want to make someone else stumble because they're not ready to do it. So it really kind of depends situationally. Like you and I and Samuel, we all three, we have a balance that we strike.
Yeah.
There are times when we all disagree with each other and we're all like having a good time about it. And then there are other times where I'm talking too much and then we all shut up.
Yeah.
or when I ask you your opinion on something and you say it and I'm like, why do you think that? And you're like,
oh, I don't know. And that's the thing. Like, I think when we have these kind of conversations, we have to be able to have them in a very open way. This is something I'm frequently running into when I'm talking to people, not people that I'm intentionally separated myself from, but just people that I'm not with as much anymore because I'm with other people. Is like when I come back to them and they're like, what do you think about so-and-so? And I'm like, oh yeah, this and this and this. This is where I am. This is what I think. This is what I believe. And they're like, what? That's not right. How come you're saying, wait, that's not right, instead of, oh, that's not what I think. I think this and this and this. And I can say, okay. Why can I say okay? But we're frequently put in those awkward positions where we're not allowed to say what we actually, because we don't do it in a friendly way. Like a gun
pointed to your head.
Right. And so we don't want to have a firework pointed at our head when we're doing this. We want to be able to have these kind of get-togethers and be like, hey, so here's this, without it being like a threat. Just like, oh yeah, I wore this color today. It's not your favorite color, but it's my favorite color. Oh yeah, I come from this country. It's not the country you come from, but it's the country I come from.
I think a really core factor of this, I'm never gonna think that I'm wrong. Actually, wait, hang on. Hang on.
That might be a classic quote from you now.
What I was trying to say is there are going to be things that I firmly believe, and I think other people are wrong. That's not the point, because you're going to think I'm wrong. People are going to think each other is wrong. The point, it's not your truth, my truth, because we all know there's truth, but we can respect what we think about the truth.
It's not the starting point. You won't get to somebody that way. You're just going to hear differences. You always have to meet where you agree. And maybe it makes you a little uncomfortable, but that's a little challenge we can have without being, oh man, that's the end of the world. We can't have this party anymore. Party's over, guys. We just had a disagreement. It's like the party should, in a lot of ways, be centered around the things. Puzzle, Sean and I all agree that this is pleasant music. We all three agree that when it is bitterly hot outside, it is nice to be inside a cold swimming pool. We all three agree that when
That
you are
pizza
running
is
around,
awesome.
I was getting there. When you're running around the crazy heat and exhausting yourself, hunger happens, and pizza really satiates that hunger.
And sometimes you're walking along the pool deck holding your pizza, and then you fall in the pool and you pop up and you go,
And your lips turn purple.
What?
And your eyelashes look funny.
Gamifying these types of situations is always going to be a balance of like what feels safe and making it feel safer. And because often conversations like this can strengthen a friendship.
all right, well, I am rounding up the last few points. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about holidays in general.
It didn't feel, I mean, it felt like a game coming up with answers, but I didn't feel like what we came up with was a game on that last one.
I think one thing that could be gamified is creating safety.
Yeah, that seemed to be your focus. Samuel's was creating fun, and yours seemed to be creating safety. Like the things I noted on yours, Sean, were avoiding controversy, having a good meal, and balancing the safe and the safer.
Michael, the only reason I like randomly spout politics around you is because I feel safe.
All right. Well, in that little bit of bonus, I got Samuel a couple more points trying to wrap it into a game like Up and Ready. Sean got an extra point as well. The final points, if you guys are ready to receive them, Sean at 30.5 points and Samuel at 37.5 points. Samuel is this episode's winner. Congratulations, Samuel. In all 3 rounds, you brought a little bit more. Actually, no, not in all 3 rounds. In the first and the second, in the third one, you brought leadership and guidance to trying to make it a game. In the second one, you were pretty confusing. The Halloween one, I liked the mechanical and surprising aspects, trying to make something memorable and cool. But Sean was a little more realistic and trying to bring it back to the subject more frequently, so he got more points that round. And then in the third round, Samuel, overall, I think you had some good stuff, but the let's blow those up, that was funny. That was really funny. I died. But also, Sean, I really liked the things you brought up in the third round. I'm going to be completely honest, I wasn't sure how well this would go because I wasn't completely prepared for this game. All right, well, congratulations, Samuel, for winning today's episode. Condolences, Sean, for your horrible, horrible loss. I'm so sorry. I've liked the cooperative games we've been doing the last few episodes. Maybe we might bring it back to form, a more standard episode next week. We'll see what Samuel brings to the table.
Yeah. I like having it in phases.
Thank you all for hanging out with us for about an hour. As you guys have noticed, the episodes have been consistently a little bit longer, which I am happy about. Thank you for having us hang out with you during your work day, your dishes, your chores, your lazying around the house. Thank you for letting us hang out with you for this little hour of your day.
We enjoy your cooperation.
Make sure to check
return
out
your investments between 3 and 4 business days.
Make sure to follow Sean, 10 Tiny Potatoes on YouTube, Samuel, Moser Meadows Records on YouTube and TikTok, and follow me, Puzzle MTM, everywhere. And as we always say at the end of these episodes, game over. Next time on Gamify This.
It's when you tell someone not to think about something that's so hard not to think about it.
Hello. Michael, what happened to you?
When I'm describing Puzzle, I describe him like a robot.
What is happening? What is all that? I don't understand. Do you? Well, you better tune in next time on Gamify This as we unpack the mysteries of whatever that topic is next week on Gamify This on Spotify and YouTube at Gamify This.